Zayom. Ninja Cobb 9000. Alright. This stream, I'm probably not going to announce this stream. I'm just gonna be... This is gonna be like an accountability stream so that I can go into Roblox Studio and just like speak my thoughts so that I can, you know, get the next video going. Yeah, actually, let me switch over. Yeah, Roblox Studio. I've not seen this place in a while. I don't know if I should make an announcement in the server. I have to advertise my Twitch at some point. But I mean, this is all just for experimentation. I actually don't know if I'm gonna continue Twitch streaming. Yeah, maybe people will join in later. I don't know, the last thing I want to do right now is send another at everyone inside the Discord server just to say, guys, I'm streaming. I think like the less people the better, honestly. Rather than just having like 50 people, like 25 to 50 people watching me or yeah, research the next advanced scripting episode. Okay, I'm just gonna pull up my Twitch chat on my phone. Okay, there's a stream manager on my phone. This might be pretty useful to have. Oh, I forgot my camera script was still running. Access stream manager. Yep, sounds good. Okay. What are all these options? Activity feed? Quick actions? Oh, these are just symbols. I need to remember what all these meant, or what all these mean. Okay. Bolov98, yo. What's good, Bolov? Glad to see you on stream. You are alive, yes indeed you are. Welcome to my Twitch. Okay, the beautiful British sensation man himself has helped me set up my Twitch, and he wants me to stream on Twitch versus streaming on YouTube. So I'm just giving it a try, and I think a really good way that I can, or a really good stream that I can do is just do some scripting on Roblox, you know? I think everyone here is here to see that. Yeah, it's good to see you here. Hello, Brawl and 3 other anonymous people. Well, one of them's not anonymous. Well, actually, yeah, you might not know who NinJacob9000 is. And one of those viewers are you. And the third viewer is probably, I don't know, Streamlabs. I don't think the third person even is a user. But yeah, I'm not going to make like an announcement in my server to tell people that I'm streaming. I think this one is just going to... I just like randomly sent the link to my Twitch on like my general chat in my Discord server. So it's like if you just happen to be online and you just so happen to see that message on general, then, you know, you're here. Nah, I don't really care how many people watch the stream. I just need this stream to be like a way for me to get my work done. Because the last time I had an advanced scripting tutorial guide was a very long time. I think it was like 2 months ago. And it's been really difficult for me to come back and make the next episode. So I need to... I lifted the pedal for a while, and now it's hard for me to get back into it. Since when are you on stream, WTF? Ah, Sokka, you're happy about that because now you have another platform where you have admin or a moderator at least. Yeah. Okay. About 3 people in here. Okay. All right. Guess I'll just go ahead and get started on what I was going to be scripting. The next episode... Okay, so you guys watching the stream right now, the next episode is going to be about camera manipulation. It's a very popular one. A lot of people do get confused by it, and quite frankly, for me, I might be a little confused by it too, because it's been a very, very, very long time since I touched this subject, or this topic. Wait, in setting up the YouTube/Twitch notification thingy with Carl, the other bots are trash, they won't work. So you're using Carl to set up the notifications? That's going to be my guess, Osaka. Sounds like a fun topic. It will be a fun topic. It's definitely going to be a pretty popular one too. A lot of people are gonna like this one. It's just really confusing though. It can be confusing for a lot. Yes, the other bots won't join the server. I don't know why. The other bots won't join the... Oh yeah, Isaac, I actually did look at it. It's because I think it's Wick and Ultimate Sigma that keeps kicking them. Like, if you look at the mod logs for Ultimate Sigma, or I think that's Sapphire, and then the logs for Wick, it just keeps kicking them out. Point. Glad to see you. You know, I finally said that I was going to do a stream where we do live Roblox scripting. I'm finally going to do it. I'm not going to announce this inside of my server. I just want this to be laid back. Yo, that's it. Yeah, so I probably should have told you that earlier. I didn't know whether you knew about it or not, so... About time. But yeah, point. We're gonna be implementing... We need channels currency here for real. Okay. Let me just look at some things. So we have just chatting. You guys can see this transition, right? We're on just chatting. This is like the... Looking at some documentation here for camera. Scene transitions, yeah, I know. Archie has hit me up with some assets, so, you know, we can thank him for that. Okay, but it looks like you guys can see it. So, that's good. Okay. I think I'm going to get started. I did spend a little bit of time researching this prior, but there were just some things I didn't finish, and I kind of just want to pick right back where I left off, but also kind of do a little recap of what I have already done research on. So I made like a little script just experimenting with some things. I'm just going to transition back into studio. Made some progress already. Okay, alright. So Roblox has a camera. That is basically how we're able to see whatever's on screen in the 3D workspace. Oh, I'm gonna disable this camera. It's actually kind of annoying. Okay, so the camera. It's located inside of workspace. Now, I looked at a dev forum post. There's a difference between camera and current camera. So current camera is like the local version of the camera. No, the camera is local no matter where you look. It's just, whenever we're considering accessing the player's camera, it's like workspace.current camera, not the regular camera. It is the player's camera. Yep, that is right, Isaac. At least I remember that. I do remember that. And then we have some properties here as well. I think the most important ones I'm probably going to be talking about. Oh yeah, there's like a bunch of VR properties. That's probably not going to be relevant for like the tutorial that I'm going to be doing. But there are properties here with the workspace camera. So camera subject, from my understanding, it's basically, it's like, where does the camera focus on? What's like its focus point? By default, it's going to be our character's humanoid. And then we have different camera types as well. Some of these camera types are actually kind of whack, I'm not gonna lie. I've never seen Roblox games use some of these. What is... Oh wait, point. What's the end goal at the moment? I want to make it a goal to finish... I want to structure my advanced scripting tutorial guide. So it's like, I know what I'm going to be talking about, and I'm just like practicing. That's kind of like how I make these videos usually. What just happened? Did I... Oh, I got a follow. Nice. That's noble. But yeah. And then, what is it? Current camera properties is a reference to the camera player is currently using, as I remember. Yep. Oh, workspace camera is the camera on studio, not the player's one. Okay, that makes sense. How long am I streaming today? I'm going to say until like 6 or 7. So either an hour and a half or 2 hours and a half, or yeah, 2 hours and 30 minutes. That's going to be my goal. I can't use Wix bot. It won't let me use the commands nor manage the server's dashboard. Can you do something about that later? Here, I'll tell you what, Isaac. Send me a text message on Discord so I can be reminded to do that later. You could end it with the theme wheel spin. I could. I was kind of thinking I was just gonna do it off screen when I would be in a call with Archie. I don't know if Archie's online right now. I plan to finish your beginner scripting tutorial today. That's good to hear. That's noble. Raycast tutorial when? What's good, Bush? Raycast tutorial will happen eventually. I can't tell you when. It will happen eventually. Okay, but getting back to what I was saying. So, camera types are kind of whack sometimes. We have attach, which, yeah, does this. It's like, so you move with A and D, and then it kind of like rotates your camera to the back of the character wherever it's facing. It's like a little strange. It's a little strange, in my opinion. Fixed. Okay, yeah, fixed. You know, this kind of reminds me of like Mario 64. You can have like a fixed camera setting, and then you can kind of just like move around like this. It's kind of like reminiscent of that. That's what I'm reminded of. Pathfinding when? A pathfinding tutorial will happen, don't worry. Parallel shadows tutorial when? What are parallel shadows? Am I too much of a noob developer to understand what that is? Yo, Kiko. What's good, Kiko? If we start the game jam now, is that cheating? I would say it kind of is. I was hoping that everyone would wait until the start of the game jam. That's kind of what I was hoping anyways. Let's see, we got fixed. Follow. This is essentially the same thing as Roblox's default camera type, but you can... It's like after a certain period of time where you just like move around with the camera yourself, and then you kind of just go left and right, it's going to follow where your character's going. So this one's kind of similar to Attach a little bit. There are like some similarities to it, except follow is more like, it follows more of what the default camera type is like. Fun fact, this used to be the default camera type that every Roblox game had. I think like over 10 years ago, at least during the time that I joined Roblox, I definitely remember this was the camera type. It's like you could just move around whenever you wanted to, and then after a certain period of time, it would just automatically follow where your character's going from left and right. Oh, we're getting all these follows. We got 9 viewers. I didn't even announce this in my server. Love to see it. Okay. Let's see. Some other ones. Orbital? Oh yeah, this one's also kind of weird. Why would I ever use this? It's something, I guess. And also, why did my cursor change? That's also weird. I think it's because I was like transitioning from like in-game to like studio or something. I don't know. It's a little confusing. And then scriptable. This one's going to be an important one. It's actually pretty self-explanatory. If it's scriptable, then that means the scripts are controlling it. So it's kind of like fixed, but you can control how the camera goes through the scripts. And I think this is like the important camera type. Track. What is this one? Wait, it looks like... Wait, track doesn't seem to... Wait, do you guys know what track does? It doesn't seem to do anything. Or maybe I'm just missing something. I have select mode on. That's... Okay. Yeah. It's basically just default. There has to be some difference to it. There's no way it's just default, and it's just an alias to it. There's no way. I'll just skip that one for now. Watch? Oh, that is so strange. I've actually never seen this one. Okay, that's wild. I can't think of a game where you would use this. I don't know if you guys have ever used this. If you can... The focus property, it will follow that part if I'm not wrong. Okay, if I can change the focus property. Yeah, that is one thing as well I'm gonna have to mention. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Okay, those are just... I just wanted to mess with those a little bit. But yeah. I don't plan to spend too much time talking about this, though. There's just like a bunch of these that you can obviously just look at for yourself. I think most of the value for this tutorial will come from the scripting part. The scripting part gets a lot of people confused, and I think as of right now, I'm pretty confused by it too, so that's why I need to practice it. Okay. Field of view. This is kind of like render distance in a way. So default is 70. I believe how it works is like, the less you have, the more zoomed in your camera is. And if we think about it in a technical sense, it's moving the screen. It's like scaling the screen vertically. So it's like there's more space up here and more space down here, so that it kind of just zooms in. I believe that's how it goes. Let's try 25. Yeah, it like zooms in like that. So it's like you can kind of think of it as like binoculars, right? It's like if you have like, or if you're playing an FPS game too, like if you're scoping, then you'd be changing the POV. Those are probably like the instances I'd be seeing myself using field of view. Then 100 and yeah, let's see 100. So this is the opposite. This is kind of like, oh, actually, the first thing I thought about was sprinting. Yeah, this is very popular with sprinting. And also, actually, yeah, that's kind of like the only example I can think of. You don't really need to change the POV for weapons. I mean, it depends how advanced your framework is, but I know it can definitely be useful. It will make the mouse delta a lot faster for speed effects too for cars. True. That is true. That is true. It's just like, there's so many tutorials about like hold shift to sprint. It's like, it's probably one of like the easiest scripts I've ever seen. And like, I definitely know part of it has to do with field of view. Let me change that. I also did know, actually never mind, that's not relevant. Yeah, so field of view mode. Oh, so this is what I was talking about with the scaling thing. So it goes up and down when we change the field of view. I think if we change this, it's different. So what happens if we do diagonal? Let's do 20. Wait, does this change anything? I think it does the same thing, but what's... I might have to look at the documentation of what field of view mode is. 100. It looks to be doing the same thing. Never used that thing in my life. Cool. No, let's look at it. Does it scale diagonally instead of vertically? That's what I was thinking. Let's just switch over here. Okay. So, where is it? Field of view mode. So the camera's field of view must be updated to reflect viewport size changes. The value of field of view mode determines which FOV value will be kept constant. So when this property is set to vertical, the horizontal FOV is updated when the viewport is resized. The vertical FOV is kept constant. If this property is set to diagonal, both horizontal and vertical FOVs might be changed to keep the diagonal FOV constant. Viewport size. Ah, this is what it's referring to. Yeah, device safe area. You know, with iPhones, they have like they have like a little bit of space that's like that should not be functional because it's like too far off to the edge. So it's like the device safe area, viewport size. Now, if we think about it in terms of what we were just looking at, how does this apply though? If this property is set to diagonal, both horizontal and vertical might be changed. You should talk about raycasting methods of the camera. Well, I mean, like, I haven't even talked about raycasting yet, so I might be able to briefly talk about it, but I won't be able to do an in-depth tutorial on it. That's probably gonna be my guess. But yeah, I don't know if that really helped me. I don't know if that actually helped me that much. Maybe it'll be useful later. What's max axis? 100? 20. Nah, it still looks kind of the same. Oh yeah, my character's it's up real close now. And then what is this? We have diagonal field of something. Oh, diagonal field of view. Max axis field of view. Yeah, these are changing when I change the field of view. It changes when I... Yeah. Diagonal, max axis. All these three are changing at the same time. What if I change diagonal field of view separately? Okay, then it still changes the other ones. What about this? 120? Yeah, okay. I see what's going on here. Okay. Let's see. There were some other things here. Yeah, focus. So, I think from the documentation what I read... So, my understanding of focus is that we pick an area or a position in the world for the camera to focus all of its graphical rendering on. And it's going to take priority on that over everything else, I think. for example, may not render at distances far from the focus. How would I be able to show this? Okay, so the documentation says, by default, the focus, no surprise here, is the character's camera subject, which is our character's humanoid. Yeah, you should try the camera subject. If you change camera type to watch, it will use the camera subject to change the camera focus. Let's try that. Custom watch. It will use the camera subject to change the camera focus. Wait, like what do you mean by it will change the camera subject to a part? Okay. Let's do that. Here, wait. Can I insert a part inside of workspace here? Nah, that's gonna be kind of hectic. Ah, okay. I'm just gonna insert a quick script here. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Wait, actually, no. What am I doing? I don't need to use a script. I could just go into server part. Bro, I thought I was smart. I'm not. Or I'm trying to be smart. You got a part. And I'm gonna have to... Okay, this is client-sided, so I have to go to the workspace here. Camera subject, part. Okay. Alright, we got something going. Computer science aura, yeah. Okay. Watch. I don't know what you're trying to make me do, Osaka. I mean, like, this does demonstrate what happens if you change the camera subject, but you were saying something about camera type with watch. I think it wasn't what I meant. Oh, okay. Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna change it back to my humanoid. Camera subject, humanoid. Here we go. I'm also going to go back to custom, because this is kind of annoying. Alright. Wait, oh, camera type track. Oopsie. My bad. Track, watch, kind of sounds the same thing, you know? Camera type, heart. Okay, now what is this supposed to do? Actually, what did track even do? I don't even know, bro. I Brawl battle. Humanoid. What does track do normally? Okay, actually, let me look at the documentation. This might be easier. Camera type. Camera moves with the subject, but does not rotate automatically. Does not rotate automatically. Okay, I might have to create like a tiny script just to see what would happen if I were to do this. What was I going to do? Okay, let's go to my camera, change this. Oh, nope, I'm going to change this to part. I'm just going to create a quick script really quick. Game.workspace.part.cframe times cframe.new. Which axis am I working with? I think this is the Z axis. I don't really care, honestly. 0.01. Wait, no, I don't need the negative right there. Alright, what I'm doing is diabolical, but it's all for the it's all for testing purposes. Okay, is this going to work? It is on the server. Okay, what is happening here? Okay, so it is following it. That is what's happening right now. It's going along this axis. Position. Yeah, it's slowly yet surely going down. Oh, it's going down because I'm multiplying it. Yeah, okay. I thought it was increasing it. Wait, do it on the command bar, not server. Open the command bar. Why are you multiplying C-frames? Right. What are you trying to do? I was trying to test camera type track. Because you mentioned something about if the part is moving, then it's going to follow the camera. Unless you were talking about the rotation part. Because I think what you said earlier was camera moves with the subject, but not rotate automatically. So I think I have to add a rotational element to this then. Times cframe.angles. What number do I want? I think this is in degrees by default. I remember scripting, right? Wait, no, that's a large number. That's a large number. I'm gonna do like 0.01, just like last time. Okay. Is this going to work if I just do this right now? Let me go to the server. Where's my command bar? Am I blind? Oh, here it is. Okay, command bar. Boom. Run that. Let's see what happens. Okay. What is happening here? No, wait, what? No, not 60, math.rad600, W scripting skills, wrong axis, damn. Wait, what's the right axis? It's just like, it's whatever you, it doesn't matter like which axis you use, right? Or does it actually matter? Why? That's okay, I'll just add it onto here. 0.01. Wait, so do I have to use the math.py constructor? Or no, math.rad, sorry. Dude, I'm tripping. I forgot about C-frame angles. C-frame angles uses radians. Okay, so math.rad. Can I do 0.01? That's like a really small number. It uses radians, not degrees. Got it. It's still a really small number, so it would be very small. Okay. Let's see if 1 would work then. Just to make it like a little bit more sizable. Oh, this thing is glitching. It's like jiggling now. I don't even know what I'm trying to experiment with here. This just looks funny. What is happening? I don't even know at this point. Oh, my character's in the background. I gotta catch up to it. I gotta catch up to the part. Yeah, slowly yet surely, I'm making it. Yeah. It's like me winning against Patrick's Pet Rock. Except Patrick's Pet Rock did not move, and it got teleported to the end. It used a move to function on itself. That's wild. Okay, Isaac, do you have any other brand ideas? I was trying to experiment with track, but let's see what happens if I change it to custom. Is that going to do anything? No, it's not. Scriptable. Oh. Custom. There we go. Watch Osaka and Brawl learning trigonometry together. I guess... Yeah, it's like I forgot geometry. Or trigonometry, sorry. I'm not smart. Okay. So, what did we learn from that? I don't really know, honestly. It was just to experiment with the camera types a little bit. I also know starter player has its own... yeah. Its own camera section. So, camera max zoom... I think some of these are pretty self-explanatory. Camera max zoom is how far you can zoom out. Default's 128. Camera min zoom is how close you can zoom in. So here, it would be 0.5. Surprisingly, it's not 0. It's actually 0.5. So if I increase this to 256, or, oh, 26... Wait, what? I thought I said 256. Okay, I guess not. Yeah, okay. Max zoom distance is farther away. Wait, crap. What was the default max zoom? Oh, I already forgot. I'm dumb. Okay, max zoom. What happens if you make it 0? Oh, you can't make it anything less than 0.5. Okay, what about 20? Wait, does this work properly? Camera min zoom. 50. Wait, this is not working. 128. You're modifying in starter... Oh, yeah. Right. Thank you, Isaac. Yeah, okay, but we get the idea. Camera mode, classic, lock first person. This is exclusive to being in first person. Also known as locking the player to the camera min zoom. So if I change the min zoom to 20, and then I say lock first person, then I think that means it's just going to set itself to the minimum. Oh, no, it is first person. Okay, so it basically is like 0.5. Even if the minimum gets changed. So the minimum is like, I set it to 20, but I guess if we lock it in first person, it's still 20, which I guess that makes sense. Lock first person, what would it be? Okay, I also looked at some documentation. This part is pretty interesting. Dev camera, occlusion? How do you say it? Occlusion mode, yeah. Okay, so from my understanding of occlusion mode, let's say we have like a part here. It's gonna be like an obstructing part. What I'm going to do is hit play. Oh my god, lock first person. I don't want to be locked in first person. Classic. Classic, baby. Okay, so this, it kind of like zooms in. This is the default for almost every Roblox game, but what was interesting was I discovered that there's a second option, which I never touched. That one's called... Where is it? Invisicam. So it basically obstructs any part that's in front of the player, and it kind of just makes it like half transparent. So, yeah. That's really interesting. I didn't even know this was a feature on Roblox, but apparently it is. Like, if there's a part that's obstructing my character, then it's just going to make it, like, semi-transparent. So yeah, I think that's pretty interesting. I think that's pretty cool. Although it could be, like, a little misleading, though, because you might think that this is a part that you can walk through or something. Or you can, like, abuse it in some way. I feel like this can be abused in Roblox games. I just don't know why. I don't know. I'm just babbling on for nothing. But yeah. Okay, and then the dev computer camera. So yeah, classic, follow, orbital. I showed what those were. Camera toggle. This is exclusive to computer. Yeah, it's exclusive to computer, and I think the whole point of this is it's kind of like a combination of shift lock and Roblox's default. Oh yeah, yeah. Here we go. Here we go. So I right click, and then it has like this this camera perspective thingy. The thing I find really annoying about this is that every time you toggle it, there's like a little notification on the bottom right that says camera control enabled. I find that part to be really annoying, honestly. I could just like, yeah. It's a little strange. You could just make your own system that does something like this, rather than use Roblox's system. Is that something you can set? Oh, camera mode. Yeah, okay, I just changed that. Yeah. What if I combined shift lock and this mechanism at the same time? Oh, shift lock does not work. Okay, it looks like if I have this enabled, then shift lock just doesn't work. But let me confirm that. I'm going to say user choice. Yeah, okay. It's only when I have camera toggle turned on. That could be like an interesting note to write down, I guess. What are you guys saying? Was that a Fortnite sound? It was a Discord video. That's crazy. I think those are all the ones we're going to touch up here, actually. Let's see what else the documentation has to say. Focus. That's... yeah. How can I show that focus is a thing? I'm gonna have to do this somehow. Certain graphical operations... or, what? Certain graphical operations the entire engine performs, such as updated lighting, can take time or computational effort to complete. So focus tells the engine which area in 3D space to prioritize when performing such operations. Here's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna set the... oh, actually, let me note down the time of day. So, time of day. $14, $30, $30. I'm going to change this to... or 14.5. I can also just say that too. Okay, I'm gonna set this place to nighttime. Going to have a point light. Oh. This point light is about to be bright as heck. It's about to be super bright. And I might have a bunch of these as well. Yeah, what are you guys thinking of this dev stream so far? Are you guys learning stuff as I go? I would love to get some feedback from the stream. Because, like, this is the first time I'm doing a live scripting stream. So, I wanna know what you guys think of it. If you guys are enjoying the stream, if I'm boring you, tell me your thoughts. Like, tell me what you guys are thinking. If this is something you want to see, like, in the future, and this is not just, like, something that's going to, I don't know, be something that I never do again. Dollar payment went. Definitely no. A little bit. You should add a little background music. I do have background music. Can you guys not hear it? I got the good old Lo-Fi Girl Christmas edition. You cannot hear it. Wait, oh, you can't hear it, I don't think, is because... Okay, it's actually interesting you mentioned that. It's because I have it on just chatting, but I don't have it in my... this section. Hold on. Hold on. I can fix this. Let me add a window capture. Opera. I'm just going to hide this. Put this down here. Opera GX leak. You guys already saw Opera GX in the other one. Clip it in Blackmail Brawl. Damn. Okay, do you guys hear music now or not? I'm just gonna make it a little louder. No. Okay, let me... Oh. Just put this back here. What about now? Okay, now you hear it. Cool. I had music this whole time, and like I didn't know you guys couldn't hear it. All right, it was a good thing I asked. Wow, we're into this. We're almost 50 minutes into the stream already. Roblox developing, it just goes by fast. Let me tell you. Yeah, I'm just gonna turn that down. Okay, but thanks for letting me know about that. Okay, now here's what I was going to do. I think if I add a part over here, it's going to be like far away like this. And then what I'm going to do is hit play here. Okay. So if I go to my camera. Focus. I'm just gonna hold on. Let me write down on my script really quick. Oh, wait, what was that? Angel C, thanks for the follow. Here's what I'm gonna do. Game.workspace. I'm gonna have to rename this. Special part. Nah, hold on. Current camera.focus. Set the area in the 3D space as prioritized by Roblox's graphical engine. I'm going to say game.workspace.specialPart.cFrame. Does focus take a C frame? Bro, let's run some Fortnite duos. Bro, Fortnite is cringe, bro. I mean, honestly, that game doesn't look fun, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Okay, focus is a C frame. That is correct. Yeah, make that a little quieter. Focus. I'm just gonna copy that. Command bar. Did this actually change anything? Wait, no, I think it's it's constantly being updated. Okay, I have to put my camera subject on the special part. Here we go. Now it won't be updated. Let's change the focus. Oh wait, I think it automatically changes its focus. I don't have to do that. From the looks of it. So it was like 288, 0.492. What if I change it back? Okay, it looks like it automatically adjusts. Okay. I have your Opera GX link, bro. Who cares? It's like you saw like 3 tabs and all of them had to do with like learning about the camera. Okay, so from all the way back here, the point light is not rendering. Or at least, yeah, once I reach a point that's far away, it's just not going to render. When would we need to change the focus though? Because focus is already being changed. If you change the camera subject to a different part, that's not the character. That's not the character's humanoid. It's maybe a Roblox render distance or Roblox Studio render distance. Certain graphical operations from the engine, yeah. It automatically sets the focus to follow the camera subject. So it looks like, yeah, focus will not automatically update when camera type is scriptable, so we would have to use a bind to render step with run service to make that happen. Okay. I don't think we have to worry about focus unless we get to the scripting part of it. So, I think that's that. I'm just gonna backtrack a little bit. Or maybe because the occlusion culling that Roblox added recently. I did hear about that, yeah. What is that big Giga chat at the background? You don't have to worry, Isaac. You just have to watch my videos and find out the answer to why there's a big Giga chat looking guy in the back. It was one of my intros to my advanced scripting tutorial guide. I'll let you take a guess which one it was. But, okay. We have focus. Yeah, so camera versus current camera. Camera is the studio camera. Current camera is the local player's camera. Yeah, and then camera types, camera subjects, field of view. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of raycasting elements to this, which is not going to be fun, but I think we will learn a lot from this if we decide to do it. So, headlocked toggles whether the camera will automatically track the. Oh no, this is a VR thing. I'm not gonna worry about that. Head scale is the scale the user's perspective. No, that's another VR thing. I'm not touching any VR related things for this tutorial because I think it's irrelevant. Like I can let the developer, once they get experienced enough with using the camera, to figure that out by themselves. Yeah, I love how this area was progressing by the time and getting bigger and bigger every couple of videos. Yeah, man, it's a journey. that was my intention. Near plane Z describes how far away the camera's near clipping plane is. Geometric plane that sits in front of the camera's C-frame will not render, creating a cutaway. Wait, chat, do you understand what's happening with this? It looks to be pretty confusing. I don't know if any of you have ever dabbled in near plane Z. Let's see. It describes how far away the camera's near clipping plane is. So this is the camera. The camera subject is the player's humanoid by default. So I think it's trying to say there's like a little bit of space in between like where the camera is, and it's only off by like maybe a few studs. And then we have what's called a near plane Z. That's like it's like a threshold to where everything past the near plane Z is going to be rendered. I think that's the whole idea behind it. I don't know like what you guys think about that. I don't even know if this is actually useful to know about. Yeah, low level rendering stuff. I guess it's the distance where an object can be rendered. So, does that mean, let's say like this little part here is, it's like where the subject is for the humanoid, and then there's like a tiny bit, there's like a little bit of distance between where the camera is and then this little offset that comes about. I don't know. Geometric plane sits in front of the camera C-frame. It will not render at very short distances. Different platforms, and is currently always being 0.01 and 0.5. What if we were to experiment with this? What would happen? I don't actually know if... Wait, is this a property I can change? Near plane Z. Camera. Oh, wait, near plane... Oh, I can't even change it. I mean, I guess it's good to know anyways. I did not read the part where it was read-only. Viewport size. Yep, we already looked at that. Okay, now some methods. I'm a little iffy on raycasting. It's been a long time. Whatever I talk about here with the camera, it's gonna have to be very surface level because I've not made a dedicated tutorial on raycasting yet. So I've seen this method before. Get obscuring target. So we get the current camera, and then we get cast points, and then we have an ignore list. So get parts that are obscuring the target. If I were to create like a basic function here, let's see, what was I going to do? I was going to say, I have to create an ignore list. Parts obscuring target. Cam, or yeah, game.workspace.current camera. Get parts obscuring target. So we have to, okay, so what are the two parameters here? Cast points, which takes in an array of vector 3 positions of cast points. So the cast points parameter is given as an array of vector 3 positions. The array of base parts returned is an arbitrary number, and no additional raycast data is provided. If you need data such as hit position, hit material, or surface normal, you should opt in for the world root raycast method. Do world 2 screen point and world 2 viewport point. Yeah, I think I should also talk about that too. Yeah, I want to see if I can get this through first. So I need to have some vector 3, what do they call it? Cast points. Local cast points. Vector3.new. I'll just like make up some random vector 3 data type here. 0, 15, 0. Okay, so we pass in two things. Cast points and ignore lists. What is this going to do? If we were to, let's say... okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to make sure I comment out everything here. I'm going to enable this script, and then I'm going to hit... Actually, I'm gonna keep the task not wait. Let's see what happens if I just hit play. Oh, wait, I didn't print anything. Oopsie, my bad. So so what does this return? This returns an array of instances. So we can say for part in parts obscuring. Wait, I'm thinking of Python. I just finished my 7th semester, and we used a lot of Python. So I just like have like Python brain going on right now. Print part. Or unless I have to say part.name as well. Or maybe there is no part. Let's see. Print end here. Oh, I guess iPairs, yeah. iPairs would work better. Okay, so I'm gonna wait 5 seconds. I'm just going to go in front of this part. Okay, so obscure. I'm currently... Is this... No, that's not what this is. Hold on, what does this do? So it returns in a way that are obscuring the lines of sight between the camera C-frame and... Oh, wait a minute, I'm specifying the vector positions, that's right. Okay, and then I don't have an ignore list, I just need to pass something in if I need to. I forgot the first variable. I mean, does that break anything? For I part in pairs. I hope that doesn't break anything. Okay, well, it still printed nothing. Hold on, I think this is just my lack of understanding of the cast points. No, but you'll be getting the index. Right. But there's no instances to begin with, so I need to resolve that part out first. So it returns an array of base parts that are obscuring the lines of sight between the camera's C-frame and vector 3. Positions in the cast points. Where is this located? Hold on, I'm just gonna say like 0, 0, 0, just to make it easy. Like let's start very simple. That's what one of my professors told me. Like if you're trying to solve a larger problem, you have to start very, very small. Get parts obscuring. So we're trying to look for 0, 0, 0, which is I think this. So if we have a part that's obstructing it, so this part right here, with respect to the camera, then we shouldn't be able to see it. I think this is how it works. Let's hit play here. Okay, is it going to be obscured by the camera? Yes, it is. Cool. What are these values? So you have base plate, part, spawn location, handle. What are some of these things? Are these just... Hold on. So this returns... It returns an array of base parts that are obscuring the lines of sight. Obscuring the lines of sight? Okay, so is it basically just anything that's back here that we can't see? Because that's going to be my guess. Let's say we added a part here. This one is going to be called special part again, because I'm very creative. And then I don't even need to do anything like changing the look of it. Who cares? Okay. Is this going to be part of it? Oh. DBG Rip, thank you for the follow. Oh wait, Rip. Oh, it was good, Rip. At least I think that's you anyways. Hold on, what just happened here? We have a special part here, but it doesn't seem to be obscured by whatever was going on back here. Wait, chat, I might be misinterpreting get obscuring parts. Isaac, help me. Help me. I might be doing something wrong. A whole semester for Python is torture. Yeah. Guess handles the hat. You don't even know what it does. Bruh. I knew you were always useless to me. No, I'm just kidding. The method returns an array of base parts that are obscuring the lines of sight between the camera's C frame and vector 3 positions in the cast points array. And these are just base parts as well. So base parts can include part, spheres, like all those sorts of shapes. Then there's mesh parts, union operations. Yeah, I think those are all included inside of base parts, if I'm not mistaken. That are obscuring the lines of sight between the camera's C frame and vector 3 positions. I'm trying to figure this out, chat. But it's all about experimentation. Okay, practice, practice, practice. It's like it's one of the biggest pieces of advice you can give to anyone who's game developing. Let me try to do a script to try that. Go ahead, be my guest. Dang, it's 5:26. Like, whenever I'm just inside of studio, time just passes by really fast, especially when I'm, like, speaking out loud to you guys. I think this is actually helping me quite a bit. It returns an array of base parts that are obscuring the lines between the camera's C frame and vector 3 positions. Oh man, I am not thinking. I cannot think properly. Chat, how is your guys' Sunday? You guys having a good Sunday? I mentioned this at the start of my what is it? Yeah, at the start of the stream where I finished my 7th semester. It was absolutely horrible. Actually, I'm just gonna like hit play really quick. It was absolutely horrible. I had like some sleepless nights. Like when you get to like the later parts of your computer science degree, it can be really daunting. But when you have the innovations of artificial intelligence, you know, ChatGPT, it's heavily looked down upon, but it has worked. It's helped me out with some things. But I'm just so excited. I have one more semester and then I graduate college. It's gonna be absolutely incredible. And then I'm going to start my career, my like 35 to 40 years of like my career that I might have. My dream is to work for Roblox as like a software engineer or like a software developer. That's probably going to be one of my longest goals if I ever reach that. But if I don't reach it, then like it's fine. I just think it would be really cool to do that. Work in McDonald's. Yeah. Would you say those sleepless nights were worth it? I mean, it's not that deep. I didn't have that many sleepless nights. Like, I'm generally a pretty productive person. So, the only times I had to not sleep were, like, during my finals week, which happened really recently. I was working on, like, a final project until, like, 4 in the morning. I went to bed, and then I had to wake up at, like, 6:30 to then get ready to go to one of my final exams. I was like a zombie, bro. Like I was half awake when I was taking one of my exams because like I had like 2.5 hours of sleep. So it technically wasn't a sleepless night, but it was not that much sleep at all. Like not enough for me to be a functional human being during the day at least. Yeah, that's the struggles. That's the struggles you got to go through. Like when you get to I don't know like I'm assuming most of you guys are in like middle school or high school. You guys haven't reached like the stage of like moving out of your parents' place, discovering yourself, going to your college classes. I think you guys get the idea. I don't want to sound like a boomer or anything, but it is quite a journey. It's quite a journey. It's 3 a.m. So my sleep schedule is effed up. I mean, it happens to the best of us. Target audience mentioned. Well, I mean, like, whenever I make my videos, I like to think of it as if I'm making these videos for my younger self. So my younger self would be like, when I started BrawlDev, he would have been like 14 years old, because I think that's when I started Roblox game development. So BrawlDev's been going on for about a year and 2 months, I think. So that means my younger self would be like 15 years and 2 months old if we think about it like that. But yeah. Now that my 7th semester is over, I have 1 month to basically spend my time making videos. That's kind of the whole reason why I'm doing the stream right now. It's so that I can finally push the pedal back in, because it's been way too long since I've made another scripting video, and camera manipulation is a pretty hard topic to discuss about, especially when it comes to scripting. So it's what I gotta do. It's what I gotta do. I gotta make as many videos as possible, do as much as I can while I'm on break. Roblox definitely needs someone like you with a passion for what you do. That's nice to hear. I really do hope that like one day, I'm just saying, like, if it ever does happen, like where I get to work for Roblox and developed like the, like, I don't know, the next big update to the platform as like a software engineer, I think that'd be pretty nice. Look at Discord. I sent you what it does and explained it. Okay, let's look at it on Discord. I don't know if I can show you though, or I can show the stream. I'm just gonna look at it myself. Okay. Get parts obscuring target basically shoots a ray cast from the camera C frame to all the cast points from camera to that point, and checks if there's a part. If it is, then it returns that part. Let's look at that video. You know, like, I think that reminds me. I'm pretty sure ByteBlox made a video talking about this function. I don't watch ByteBlox. I think he's a pretty sus guy in my opinion. Like, I don't think I really trust him, but I mean, like, he's grinded. Like, I respect the hustle. He's so freaky, yeah. Like, you know, the thing is, like, back when both of us started our channels around the same time in October of 2023, we started our channels around the same time, and then, like, when both of us were small, I reached out to him saying that, like, hey, I want to meet people who are in the same space as me, and he was unfortunately not able to do it because he was busy at the time, and I never asked him since. And now he's so much bigger than me. He has like 90k subscribers. I guess I'm not like that far off from him if I just like work hard enough. I don't know. But I mean, like, I shouldn't let our successes be defined by just like a number, like just one singular number. He has a video about quantum physics in Roblox. Like, I don't know, my problems with ByteBlox, I think the biggest one for me is that the scripting in his videos can be wrong, like really, really wrong. And like when you have someone who's trying to show you how to, or yeah, trying to show you how to script these things. He does it incorrectly, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, guys, buy my course. I have a beginner's guide to teaching you Roblox scripting." I'm a pretty sus guy, and I may not know how to script using these videos that you guys are watching, but you can buy my course. I don't know. It's kind of like that's kind of just how I feel about it. Like, no, I don't want to like disrespect Byte Blocks, but that's kind of just my opinions about him. Okay, so it basically, yeah, this is the code. So get parts obscuring. Wait for child position. If data equals 1, something is blocking it. Yeah, it's obscuring the target. Okay. How would I be able to implement this? Like, I'm just trying to grasp like the concept of this function. So it is, as you said, it basically shoots a raycast from the camera. So yeah, our camera. It shoots a raycast along a direction. It's going to shoot it in the direction of the cast points. So let's say I start here. This is my camera. Then there's going to be a raycast that gets shot, and it's going to go to whatever the vector is. I could just make this simpler and just say game.workspace.specialPart.position. I could just say that. So for that position right there, it's going to shoot a cast over there. Checks if there's a part obstructing it. So let's hit play here. Okay, let's wait. Oh, wait, the special part itself was obstructed. That's interesting. Or it was an obstruction. Okay, that is quite interesting. Is this something we have to add to the ignore list? If, let's say, we were trying to get the position of a specific part, we would have to add that said part to the ignore list so that it's not going to be interfered with, like obstructing itself. But that's so strange, though, because, like, we're trying to figure out if anything's obstructing this special part, but then we're saying the special part is obstructing the special part. Like, that seems kind of whack. Like, I don't know why we have to add the special part to the ignore list. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so I ignored it. So we basically have this gigantic wall that's obscuring it. So I'm gonna call this, yeah, I'm just gonna call it like big wall, so I know that this is the part we're referring to here. Okay, big wall. Okay, I guess, yeah, the handles, these are like, yeah, these are parts on my character. That's what this is referring to. Because if I were to try and do the same thing in first person, so if we go like this. Oh no, it was still a handle. Workspace Brawl Battle local script. Wait, what? Okay, that's confusing. Oh wait, no, it's this, yeah. It's just the script itself. It works with positions, not with parts. You use the part to get the position easily. I sent you 2 images explaining it with my drawing skills. Your drawing skills, you say? Oh, that's very nice. You know, I think I'm actually gonna show it to the chat. Actually, nah. All I'm gonna say is Isaac has amazing drawing skills. Yeah, Microsoft Paint goes hard. I think by the time you drew those things, I understood it. So you didn't really have to draw them, but I appreciate it. Show us it. Okay, fine. Fine, just because you asked, BrawlDev. Window capture. Discord. I'm going to have streamer mode on just in case. Okay. Discord. Just gonna scale this. Scale this down. Okay. All right, this is all I'm gonna show. Okay. All right. Look at this. Look at these two drawings. Aren't they so beautiful? I think it gets the point across pretty well. Yeah, so it's like we got this one, right? So there's a wall on the wall. Wait, what? Wait, Isaac, what are you talking about? There's a wall on the wall. That doesn't make sense. So yeah, we have like a raycast point that goes to the wall right here. And then it's going to count this as one of the parts that's obscuring this position, this C-frame right here. Now what is happening here? So this one, I'm guessing this is... Oh, no. So this is the camera. Yeah, so this is the video you showed us. So this one shows how it's not being obstructed, so we can see it. This one is being obstructed by this part, which is why it doesn't work. Yeah, okay, I get that. Isaac created like a little video right here. I think you guys can see it. Yeah, you guys can see it. Well, I mean, I don't know if I like if I zoom in, you can see. Actually, yeah, you'd be able to see it. Yeah, there's an object on the way. Yeah. Okay. I think we're spending a little too much time on this one function. I think we understand it at this point. Okay, I'm just gonna hide that. Okay. Now there's another one that I wanted to deal with. I think it was... Screen point to array. Yeah, this is like a... This is a VR thing. This is deprecated. Screen point to array. So it creates a unit ray from a 2D position on the screen. Wait, a 2D position on the screen? Wait, does this have to do with the camera? I guess it does. I'm looking at the code for it. Just gonna switch over back here real quick. Okay. Screen point to ray. So it creates a unit ray. A ray is an object that has a starting point, and then it goes in one direction. That's basically what it is. From a 2D position on the screen, defined in pixels. So this is a GUI related thing. The ray originates from the vector 3 equivalent of the 2D position of the world at the given depth in studs away from the camera. What does that mean? So it originates from the vector 3 equivalent. The offset applies to GUI elements such as the from the top bar. It means that the screen position specified will start in the top left corner. Yep, that's how GUIs work. That's where their default positions are. Port. The array created is a unit array. It's only one stud long. Other cameras such as those you create for a viewport frame. They're only updated after you set them to workspace.currentCamera. Method only works for the current camera, such as those you create a viewport frame. size 1:1 are only updated after you set them to workspace.current camera. The mismatch in viewport size causes the camera to return a ray with an incorrect direction. Do I need to know this? Do I need to talk about this? This is for like... Okay, by the way that this sounds, this is another ray casting related method. That works with GUIs, so it's a 2D raycasting method. It creates... Oh wait, I did not mean to... Oh, okay, never mind. Oh yeah, I did not mean to press that. Let's go back. Position on the x-axis accounts for the GUI inset. The GUI inset, what it's referring to is like there's like a little bit of space on like the top if you have like a default screen GUI. That's what the GUI inset is. But and the reason that's there is because Roblox has their own UI that's like reserved on the top of the screen for like the little buttons on the top that shows like the chat, the leaderboard, you know, all of those sorts of things. It's a raycast thing. I made another drawing for it. Yeah, Osaka's on point with the drawings. Depth parameters, how far the ray will go, how long it is. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so there's another drawing he made. Let's just look at it really quick. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Okay, I'm just going to switch over to here. Okay. So if I were to show this again... you gotta love Isaac's drawings. But yeah, essentially what's happening here is... So we have a ray. This is the starting point. And then we specify a depth to it that has 512, 512. I think that's what you're trying to say here. 512, 512, and it goes this way. But then we have another one, which is... Is this also 512, 512? I think it is as well. What are you trying to say here? Oh, wait. Sorry. 512, 512 is the starting point. And then the depth we specify in the script. So it's like, it's this distance right here. It's the origin of the raycast. Yep. I get it. It's the origin of the raycast. Okay, how would this apply to what we're trying to do? Because this talks about the screen. Like, GUI elements, I think. Yeah, 2D is the screen, the raycast converted to a 3D thing. It's the screen, the raycast converted to a 3D thing. I love chill streams with small amount of viewers like this one. Yeah, man, I don't have to worry about making the stream entertaining. Like, I can kind of just, like, speak out loud, talk to you guys, and then, you know, just like learn stuff, like, while we're here. Like, I'm actually learning quite a bit with the camera. Like, when I was developing, I didn't use the camera to this extent, where we use like ray casting functionality. So I'm definitely learning a lot from this too. And I have your guys' support as well. You know, we got Isaac's drawings. We got some viewers who are kind of just there for me to like speak out loud. We've got the C programmer, Kiko. Yeah, we got everybody. I should be paid for those drawings. Yeah, you better step up your quality, then I'll consider it. So, okay. If I were to actually try something here. So what are we going to do here now? We are going to work with... So the unit ray, screen point to ray, 100, 100, extended ray. So we're going to have a length of 500, just to say as a base example. And then we're going to have a unit ray. So this is game.workspace.current camera. Screen point to ray. So it creates a unit ray from a position on the screen in pixels. Creates a ray from position in the camera's direction. Accounts for the GUI. Inlet. I think that's what it was going to say. It's still a little confusing to me. Just a little bit. Just a tiny bit. It's still just a little confusing. And then extended array. Oh, wait. Why did I say array? Extended array. Ray.new. Unit ray.origin. Unit ray.direction times length. So what are the parameters for ray.new? The parameters here, so it's an origin and a direction. Right, that's the drawing Isaac showed us. So we have the unit ray origin. This is basically going to be the screen point. So this is going to be 100 here and 100 here. It's like somewhere here. This is what 100 is. And when we have an extended array that goes from that point to then say the unit ray direction times the length, which is 500, then it's basically going to create a point here and it's going to go in this direction. But what's the point in doing this though? Like, why would we do this? Prof Real is obsessed with Python. Bro, what are you talking about? Python's got lists and dictionaries. We don't say arrays. No freaking idea, to be honest. Like, I'm trying to think, like, why would we use this? Screen point to array. We don't even use the depth parameter. That's another thing. So the depth from the camera and studs from which to offset the origin of the array. The default value is 0. So it says the purpose of screen 2-point array is that it returns a ray originating from the equivalent vector 3 world position of the given screen coordinates at the given depth away from the camera. This ray is oriented in the direction of the camera. Okay, so I get that it returns a ray. Okay, the one I use are world 2 viewport position or something. So you get the 3D position to a 2D position. Okay, yeah, I don't really understand screen point to array, but I do want to look over world 2 screen point and world 2 viewport point, or I think it was viewport to the viewport point to array. I don't remember which one it was, but I think those ones will be pretty important. Okay, we're gonna have to come back to this one then. I'm just gonna comment that out. How long have we've been streaming for 1 hour and 37 minutes. I'm telling you, Roblox game development, like, if you don't enjoy Roblox game development, there's something wrong with you. Or maybe we're just the weird ones. Anyways, next thing I was going to look at was World to Screen Point. This one. So this method returns the screen location and depth of a vector 3 world point and whether this point is within the bounds of the screen. Damn, this felt like 4 hours. Damn. By the way, music where? I am playing music. What are you talking about? It might be you can't listen. It might. Is it too quiet? I turned it up just a little bit. I don't know if like you notice it. Okay, now I'm guessing that means it works now. Okay, I didn't know if it was too quiet or not, because I don't want the music to be too distracting. Play Unsospiro of Chopin. I don't even know what that is. I'm not even willing to look at what that is. A Song of Chopin. Claire de Lune. Okay. Okay. Oh man, even I'm starting to get a little bit tired too. It's like we've done quite a lot. Such as the space occupied, meaning that the 2D position returns the same term as GUI positions for an otherwise identical method that ignores the GUI inset. Does not okay, so World 2 Screen Point does not perform any ray casting whatsoever. And the boolean indicating whether world point is within the bounds of the screen will be true regardless of whether the point is obscured by base parts or terrain. And this returns a tuple. Yeah, Isaac, you might have to help me with this one too. I don't know if you're familiar with World 2 Screen Point. Supposedly, this is not a raycasting method, but it kind of looks like it. Let me do an example for you. All right. I'm just gonna like type this out. So we have a world point. I'm just gonna say game.workspace.special.part.position. And then local vector. Oh, vector's a keyword. We don't want that. My vector. On screen equals vector2.new. Oh, wait. Oops. It's not that. It's game.workspace.current_camera world2 screen point. So it returns the screen location and depth of a vector 3 world point and whether this point is within the bounds of the screen. The screen location and depth of a 3D, whether this point is within the bounds of the screen. So is this kind of like, is this converting a vector 3 to a vector 2? Because we're passing in a vector 3 and then it's being projected onto the screen. So then this returns the screen location using that vector 3 value, which is the world point. I think. Let's give it a try. So then the screen point, local screen point equals vector2.new vector.x. Oh, sorry, my vector. My vector.x, my vector.y equals my vector.z. And then we can just print these out. Screen point. Yeah, there's a task.wait there. Let's see what this does. Does this do anything? What is this going to return? So it returns a bunch of numbers. We have a screen point, 891, 224, 198 for depth. Now, what did this do again? So it returns the screen location and depth of a vector 3 and whether this point is within the bounds of the screen. So we're trying to look at this vector, this screen vector, right? Or wait, what was I saying? Special parts vector 3 value. And with this, we're using world 2 screen point. And the point of doing this is what? It returns the screen location and depth of a vector 3 and whether this point is within the bounds of the screen. Send me a video on Discord. I can always count on you, Isaac. That white frame is a GUI frame. I think I can see that. Okay, let's look at Discord really quick. So that white frame is a GUI frame. Wait a minute. What? Okay, wait, that's actually kind of cool. Okay, wait, so it's like changing. It's changing with the camera. That's kind of like what it's doing. But can Billboard GUIs not do that already though? Wait, I'm trying to understand like what's the idea behind this? So it's a GUI frame. So we pass this into a render steps function because it's updating every it's updating every frame. So we have a target position. I imagine the target is like that part right there. And then vector on screen uses world 2 screen point. Let me do an example of its use real quick. Is this not what you just sent? Like, is this not an example of its use? No, oh, okay, a real example. Got it. So let's see. Yeah, this is being updated every single frame. We're getting the position of this part, and then we're using world 2 screen point. Target position. Yeah. And then it gives us back a vector 2 value. Or it gives us two things. So vector on screen. A boolean indicating if the world point is within the bounds of the screen. So that's what on screen is. The vector, this is a vector 3 whose x and y components represent the offset of the world point from the top left corner of the screen. The depth of the world point from the screen in studs. Yeah, that can be pretty confusing. Let's see. If I were to throw this under a render stepped function, I'm just going to say game dot, or no, get service run service dot render stepped connect function. And we got delta right there. Let's throw it all down here. So this is what I'm going to say here. Oh, okay, here we go. Okay, so what is happening with this output here? So it's being updated every single frame. Let's see. I'm going to move my camera this direction. So it's updating two things. It's updating the X and it's updating the depth. So the depth is being updated. Let's see what happens if I move in this direction. So the depth is just my vector Z. That's all the depth is. So yeah, the only thing that's being changed right now is X. And now if I go in this direction, so this essentially says like how close I am to this part. Wait, no, that's not what it means. It's not about how close my character is. It's about the projection onto the 2D screen. So it's like, oh, hold on. Okay, so this is close to 0 because the screen is what we're thinking about here. So for this part's vector 3 position, this is very close to the left side, which is why it's right now at like -6. But if we go further out this way, it keeps increasing, as you can see with this X. I think I'm starting to understand this. And then if we go back down this way, so this part is going to look on the left side. Or this part's going to be closer to the left side of our 2D screen. And then if we go down in this direction, it's going to go in the opposite direction. Wait, but now like a bunch of numbers are changing. That's a little confusing. Why does it do that? It like exponentially gets really big and then it kind of just goes back down to like a positive value. Why does it do that? That's so strange. Wait, I'm not showing the Roblox Studio screen? Oopsie, my bad. Oopsie. Okay, so as I was saying, so I print out 3 things. So it's the screen point, which is basically a vector 2 of the X and Y, and then the Z. So we have a screen point and a depth. So I think you can see this now. Oh, I mean, you kind of can't because, like, the chat's in the way, but basically what I'm trying to say is, so there's, like, the X value. This is, like, the first number right here. The closer that our world point vector is, which is this special part that we specified, like this vector 3 value right here, if it's closer to the left side because the starting X is at 0, which is over here, then the number is going to be smaller. But if we move away from it, this number gets larger, as you can see right here. And if I go back, then it's going to go in the opposite direction. But then sometime, there's like this part here where it like, it becomes negative, and then we get like a really big number. And then I think we can do the same thing for the Y. Yeah, so the Y, this is getting farther and farther away from it. Then we go back down here, it's going to get closer to the vector position of that. And then it's going to go in the negative direction now. Now for Z, the Z doesn't really matter too much because this is a vector 2 value. Like, this is the screen point that matters. The depth, I don't think really matters that much. Sent more videos. Okay, let's take a look. Yeah, the code sucks. Okay, let's look at it. Wait a minute, I think I get it. So it's like you pick up a part, and then, like, with the vector of that part, it basically projects it onto our 2D screen. So it's like you collect the coin, and then it moves it alongside. Okay. Okay, Isaac, that's actually a really useful example. What about this one? Is this the same thing? Yeah, this is just one example, or this is just one coin. Okay, actually, yeah, you know, Isaac, that's a really helpful example, actually. That's a really helpful example. The code kind of sucks, though. So yeah, world to screen point. I just have to remember, because like some of these functions sound very similar to each other. You just have to know which one to use. World to screen position. We take the position of that, and then we create an image label, and then we set the position of the offset of this vector. Okay. Alright, this one's definitely going to be helpful to know about. Okay. I'm gonna use. I'm gonna steal your idea, Isaac. It's a really good idea. I think I'm definitely gonna talk about that. Okay. All right. World 2 screen point. That makes sense. That actually makes sense. World 2 viewport point, though. World 2 viewport. Does this talk about viewport frames? Because I have not made a tutorial on that. I hope not. Okay, how many people are watching right now? 6 people. Viewport just ignores the screen inset. Basically, that's... Oh, is that the only difference? But it's the same. Okay, okay, okay. That's useful to know about. Okay, World 2 viewpoint is the same as... Oh, I'm still showing Discord? Ah, sorry. I keep forgetting to, like, switch back. So it's the same as World 2 screen point, but the difference... It... Okay. Alright, I'm going to trust your word on that, Isaac. I hope you're correct about that. I mean, I think it does say it right here. It does not take into account the current GUI inset. Yeah. Yeah, for an otherwise identical method. Okay, yeah, you're right, you're right. You're right. It's basically the same thing. Okay, that's going to be easy to explain then. Okay, but screen points to Ray. This part, I still want to get a grasp of it. It's still kind of confusing. Oh, actually, you know what? Before we get into that, Okay, so there's two more things I want to do before the stream ends. But before I end up doing those things, I'm just gonna take a little break, like a 5-minute break. Don't worry, chat. I will come back. So I'm gonna see if this transition works. Oh, be right back. Cool. All right, guys. Give me like 5 minutes. I will be right back. We're gonna do like a couple more things, and then we're gonna finish up. Yapper. Yeah, as you know me. All right, I'll see you on a little bit. Okay, I have returned. Bro didn't say take care, he's not real. Bro, who said we were ending the stream, bruh? It's not that time yet. It's not that time yet. Archie is kind of cooking this time. I don't know what you're talking about. Is he streaming right now? Could be. I mean, his bio does say streaming 24/7. You should take care of yourself now. Okay. You know, like, usually if I'm streaming for this long, we just reach 2 hours. My throat would be super dead by the time, like, I'd be streaming for this long, but turns out that's not the case. I think it's just because this kind of stream is relaxing. It's like I don't have to, like, use so much of my voice. Or at least, like, I don't have to, like, speak up so loud. So, it actually works out pretty well. Okay, now, Isaac, what were you saying before? So it's basically the same as World 2 screen point, but it's reversed. You pass a 2D position and convert it into a 3D position. Is that what screen point 2 Ray is? Okay. Let's see. If that's the case... Screen point 2 Ray. What kind of example would this work on? Mismatch in viewport size causes the camera to return a ray with an incorrect ray direction. Yes, but it returns a ray, so it's kind of related to raycast. Right. I don't know if I really need to talk about that, honestly. I could probably skip screen point to ray. Like, I can talk about get parts obscuring target, I can talk about World 2 screen point and World 2 viewport point. Do I really need to talk about screen point to ray? I think I could skip that. I don't have to be, like, too technically depth with it. I can omit some things. I'm just gonna skip them. That's a good idea. I'm doing my homework while watching your stream, though. That's a W right there. Yo, the poll is over. Out of this world 1. Okay. Alright. Yeah, speaking about the themes, so... The next time I do get into a call with Archie, we are going to spin the wheel and pick, like, what theme is going to be, for the game jam. But the thing is... the game jam still isn't going to happen for at least, like, another week to a week and a half. Okay, now you guys, you better not tell anyone. I'll spill the secret. I'll spill the secret about when the game jam's going to happen. Okay, you just have to not tell anyone. Okay, if you can do that, then I'll tell you when the game jam starts. Okay, but essentially, what I'm going to say is we still have, like, less than 2 weeks before the game jam starts. So I probably should have asked this question with, like, what should the 4th game jam theme be, like, a little bit closer to the starting date. He left right before the spoiler, yeah. But yeah, so if you guys want to connect the dots, it's going to take place on a Friday. It's going to take place on a Friday. And it's not this Friday. So those are, like, the only hints I'm going to give. And you can guess what the day is going to be for when it starts. But we're not going to reveal what the theme is until the game jam does start. Okay? Like, Out of This World got 38% with 66 votes, but that doesn't mean that it's going to be the theme, because we're still going to be spinning the wheel. And we're not going to say what the theme is until the game jam actually does start. My stream is loaded just now. Damn. But yeah, I think letting the community pick the game jam theme was a good idea. I think it was a pretty good idea. I think for next time though, I'm gonna make it a little bit closer to the starting date because now people are expecting the game jam to like be happening like right now. Like I need to spin the wheel because the poll is already over. I guess it would be last Friday before Christmas or either first Friday after that. That's a good guess. I'm not gonna say whether you're right or not. But anyways, yeah, I just wanted to mention that in case you guys are curious. Okay. I do want to finish up some things. So what should the last thing be? Like here, I'll show you guys my timestamps that I have here. I don't know if I should show you guys, but I mean, there's only like 5 people watching, so I don't really care. Okay, so these are the timestamps for the camera manipulation video that I'm gonna do. So we have the intro. This intro's just gonna be stupid as always. Then there's gonna be a conception. I'm gonna talk about the camera, and like its functionality within Roblox. Wait, you guys can see? Yeah, you guys can see this. It's like a little hard to read with like the chat. I'm just gonna like move it up here. Okay. Yeah, now you guys can see that. Okay, so we're gonna talk about starting camera settings. So, starter player, like this stuff here. I don't think I need to address camera versus current camera. Like, it doesn't have to be like its own separate point. It's gonna be like 10 seconds of like a what is it? Chapter. So I don't think I need to talk about that. Scripting the camera is a little broad. I'm gonna say camera types and camera subject. That's gonna be important to talk about. And focus, I guess focus is part of that, part of this, or actually. So I have a section called rendering properties. I don't know if like I should have a chapter specifically for that. I guess it is nice to know about the field of view and like the focus and stuff. I did not think it was a good idea to let the community decide on the theme. What, you think so? I think it's an interesting twist on the game jam, because as we know with the theme for the last game jam, I came up with that theme, so a lot of people said they didn't really want it. Okay. Rendering properties, scripting the camera, that's a little too broad. Like, what did I have before here? Scripting the camera. I think what I'm going to talk about here is scriptable camera type. And then get parts, obscuring target, world 2 screen point, world 2 viewport point. And I want to do something cool for the last part. I want to create something. So I was thinking of a couple things. So one of them would be player cutscenes, and the second one would be what Isaac showed with what is it? What did he show us? It was like the thing with the coins. You pick it up and then it like shows it on screen with like the 0.2 world view thing. Because like I feel like Isaac's example you would learn quite a bit from it, but I think the more popular choice would be player cutscenes. That's like something people would want to see. But there's so many ways you can make player cutscenes though. Like, if I'm imagining player cutscenes, it would be pretty easy to just, like, use tween service and just have, like, a bunch of points that are inside the game. And you basically just tween from, like, one point, and then you just, like, go to the next point, and then the next point, and then the next point. And, like, I think you kind of get the idea. Like, you're not really going to learn much from player cutscenes. So, that's kind of like my conundrum here. I don't know what I want to script for the final part of the episode. You should add examples of usages instead. Examples of usages. So does that mean I should script it live? Or should I just show, like, the scripts to these examples? Because if I show scripts to those examples, it would be quicker, but it wouldn't be as helpful unless, like, people were following along with me typing all this out. Okay, like the coin thingy I do, and maybe a challenge for people as well. Okay. What would the challenge be, though? I think a cool challenge might be to just, I don't know, tell people to make a player cutscene system using tween service. I guess that would work, right? Just, like, show examples of the usages, like the one you showed me. And then for the challenge at the end, I'm gonna let people make a player cutscene system. But I don't know if I want to show how the cutscene system is made. Make a sprint system that increments the FOV when you press shift. Oh, sprint system. Actually, yeah, that would be pretty easy, actually. No, but that... Actually, yeah, it's as I said, that would be too easy, wouldn't you think? If we had, like, a... Well, it would be pretty appropriate, I'm not gonna lie. It would be pretty appropriate to make a shift to sprint system. And it would increment the FOV. Actually, you know what? You know what? That's a good idea, Isaac. I'm gonna make that a challenge. Okay, I'm going to script that right now. Going to make a local script. Alright, chat, you're about to watch me speedrun this. Or maybe not. Maybe I don't know how to make a shift to sprint system. If I don't know how to make a shift to sprint system, that would be a little embarrassing. Like, these things should not be that hard to do. Okay, so what I'm going to do is get user input service as my first thing. Yo, Bush, thanks for tuning into the stream. Equals game get service, user input service, uis.input began connect function input. If input dot key code is equal to input enum dot key code dot left shift, then uis dot input ended connect function input. And I'm just gonna copy the same thing up here and put it down here. Okay, what are we gonna do here? So we do have to get the camera. Local cam equals game.workspace.current camera. So this one's gonna be pretty instantaneous. So what we're gonna do is say local character equals script.parent, and then we're going to say local humanoid equals character wait for child humanoid. Okay, humanoid.walk speed is equal to 32. Ended, it's gonna go back to 16. Let's see if this works first of all. Bro won't speedrun it. Yeah, that's not happening. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna turn off shift lock. That's pretty annoying. Yep. Okay, now let's change the FOV. So cam dot field of view. What's the field of view mode again? Oh yeah, I wasn't able to like figure that out really. Field of view equals 90. I'm gonna make it static just for right now and then create like a little animation for it later. That's gonna go back to 70. Oh, that's distorting. I do not like this. But yeah, that's why we gotta add like the little tween to it. Plus 20, minus 20? Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I mean, like, we're never gonna change the field of view, so it doesn't really matter. Walk speed, I guess that would matter. If like we have multiple walk speeds. So plus equals 16. Humanoid dot walk speed minus 16. You should also tween the walk speed to make it feel more natural. I could do that as well. Okay, so I'm gonna have to create two tweens then. So it's gonna be local ts equals game dot get service tween service. So the tween here is going to be increase walk speed equals ts dot create. Wait, what am I doing? Humanoid dot walk speed. Tween info dot new. I'm gonna make this a tween of 1. Actually, 1 might be a little too slow, but we're just gonna work with that for now. Wait, what am I doing? So humanoid is the object, right? Humanoid is the object, and then walk speed equals... Wait, does this work? How would I... Wait, hold on. I feel like I'm messing something up here. Something doesn't feel right. I think this is correct. Actually, I don't even know if I need a variable, now that I think about it. I think that would work. And then... field of view. So cam is the object, field of view is the property. This is gonna be 90. Bro forgot everything about Lua. I'm sorry. First of all, let's see if this works. So I'm gonna hold down shift. Oh yeah, that's smooth. Yep, that is smooth. That is smooth. Okay. This is gonna be 16. This is going to be 70. Do a sign easing mode for the FOV. What does that mean? Okay, so this is looking pretty nice so far. Math.huge, bruh. It's gonna go on forever. Do a sign easing mode for the FOV. What is... Oh, sign easing mode, yeah. Okay, well, let's try that. enum.easingstyle.sign. Is sign going to be good or nah? Hit or miss, chat. Are we about to use easing style of sign? Let's see. Wait, is there a difference here? Wait, isn't sign default or is it linear? No, sign is default. Bro, what are you talking about, Bush? Sign is the default easing style. I could like do something stupid by like making it like bounce or something. Oh, this is gonna be distorted. This is gonna be wild. Wait, linear is default? Are you sure? Oh damn, I might be wrong about that then. Look at that bounce. That's crazy. Nah, that's awful. Wait, I didn't notice a difference with linear though. That's the thing. Now try elastic. You got it. Got elastic. Oh. Yeah, that's whack. That's crazy. Ah, I do not like that. If I were to just like make this back to the way it was, just to make it simple. Well, the thing is, the script is kind of too simple. Like, should this really be a challenge, or should we make a different challenge? Like, this is a really, really simple challenge. Okay, I don't know what you think about this, chat. I think we made a pretty good shift to sprint system. My issue is this challenge might be a little too simple, but I don't know if you guys are okay with that. If like we should just keep it like this. Let me know what you guys think. Should we use a shift to sprint as the video's challenge, or nah? Or should we use a different example? If we were to use a different example, I don't know what we would, or a different challenge, I don't know what we'd do. Because I think I showed you guys, yeah, the timestamps already. So we're going to talk about the starter camera settings, then I don't really need to brush up on the difference between camera and current camera. This is something I can talk about during the conception. I think this would actually make more sense. Like, I don't need to have, like, a whole thing of just talking about the difference between camera and current camera. I'll just add this as a note for conception. And I will make this one of my personal notes as well. So I'm gonna remove that. Okay, so this one is going to be removed. This one right here. I'm just gonna talk about it with conception. And then starter camera settings, camera types, and camera subject. I think those are pretty important. Rendering properties, field of view, and focus. I don't know how technical I want to be with this, but it is a thing. Scripting the camera. Yep. We're going to do a basic example of scripting the camera. I think it's like one of these examples up here where we just like, you know, just change it, just move it around, you know, just like experiment with it. And then I'm going to go into the deeper topics. The ones that are a little more confusing, like get parts obscuring target, and then world 2 screen point, and then world 2 viewport point. I'm not going to script an example of like how these two would be used, but I can show Isaac's example as part of the video, and I can step through the code. I think that would be very beneficial. And then I don't know, is that all I want to talk about? I feel like there's more to talk about than just this. Maybe to make the video longer, we could script Isaac's example. Isaac's coin pickup example. Because it's actually not that much code. It's not that much code. I feel like we could actually script this on video. Even though you did admit your code kind of sucks, yeah. That would be pretty interesting to like code up that as an example. And then we don't have to talk about how to make player cutscenes. We could just say challenge, which is going to be shift to sprint with FOV change. I think that is good. Yeah, a spectator mode would be cool, but pretty easy too. Yeah. I in my opinion, I think a spectator mode would be a little more challenging. I think for this video, a spectator mode would be more appropriate, actually. Now that you guys mention it. For real, won't be that effective without real players. I don't know, chat. We could take the simple route and just do shift to sprint, or we could do a spectator mode as our challenge. Actually, wait, can I make a poll? Well, what if I made a poll for you guys? Just so that you can vote. Oh my god, I'm such a newbie when it comes to Twitch. I don't know how you create polls. Or do both? I don't think so. I think if I did both, that would take way too long. Open the creator dashboard. Stream manager. / poll. No matches found. How do I add a poll feature? This has to be like an extension thing or something. Because like I'm trying to do / poll, it's not working. Like this has to be an extension, right? I'm just gonna look at my extensions really quick. What would be the most popular one? That's a little hard to tell. I don't know like what would give, like what's like a scam and what's not. I don't trust the extensions page. I don't know. Okay, we'll just do this. There's only 5 people in this chat, so how about this? We will type. I want you guys to type 1 if we should do a shift to sprint for the scripting challenge. And type 2 if you think we should do a spectator mode as a challenge. We have a 1 so far. We have a 2. A 1. Shut up, Bush. Okay, so we have 2 1s. And we have a 2. Like I feel like the spectator one would be, it would demonstrate camera more effectively than a shift to sprint, because a shift to sprint just changes the FOV, but a spectator thing would actually be, it would demonstrate cameras really effectively, because that's the whole idea of a spectator mode. It's so that you can change your perspective. Shift to sprint, or spectator mode. I think I don't know, this is just my opinion. I think spectator mode makes more sense. Like if I do shift to sprint with just like an FOV change, that's like a little too easy. Okay, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so the last thing we're gonna do for the stream, the stream's been going on for 2.5 hours. Okay, we're gonna do one more thing. That's creating a spectator mode. Now, I could just rip out a spectator mode feature that I had on one of my previous games, Bombastic Battles. Or we could just make a quick an easy spectator mode thing. So I'm gonna insert a screen GUI, spectator GUI. So I'm just gonna add a text button here. This is going to be the spectator button. Spectate button. And then we're going to have a frame here. This is going to be the spectate frame. Okay. Now, if we attach a local script to this, local GUI equals script.parent, and then local spectate frame equals GUI.spectate frame. GUI.spectate button. Now, spectate button dot mouse button one click connect function is spectating. So this is what I have so far. Now, we have to get the current camera as well. Game.workspace.current camera. We also have to get all the players too. So local players equals game.players.getPlayers. So this is going to return a table of players. And then we essentially have to pick a random player from there. Or not a random player, it doesn't have to be. It could just be the first person that's on the list. Or no, not even, honestly. Or yeah. So what we're gonna do is change the camera. Oh wait, I forgot one thing. So when we do this, we have to make sure that cam.camera type equals scriptable. And once we're done here, we have to fix this by saying custom and then cam.camera subject equals. Now I have to make reference to the player. Local player equals game.players.localPlayer. Local character equals player.character. Character.humanoid. Now for this, camera.camera subject equals, or no. I'm going to say players 1.character.humanoid. So we're gonna essentially take in the first player that we find on this list, and then we're gonna get the humanoid of that character. Imagine if else statement. No need to be scriptable, I think. Can I give color by script to a model? I don't know what you mean by that. But yeah, let's see. So right now, if we hit play, then, oh, well, it's just gonna, yeah, be my perspective. Oh, wait, I don't even need to do the scriptable thing, do I? Couldn't I just... Oh my god. Bro doesn't know how to comment in Lua. I use commenting syntax for like 2 different languages. Okay, so with this frame, I want to add a text label that shows the player name. This is going to be right in the middle. And then I'm going to have a button. So this is going to be a text button. Right button. Now a left button. Okay, just like this. They have a player name right here. Player. Okay. So once we do this, oh, what the heck? Spectate frame dot player name dot text equals picked player dot name. Okay, now we're gonna say spectate frame dot right button dot mouse button one click connect function open close parentheses enter. We're gonna do the same thing for the left side. Left button. To get the player, you can get a random one or just make an index from 1 to players and set to or something like that. Wait, what's with the index plus 1 modulus number of players plus 1? What does that calculation entail? I think I've definitely seen it before, but use that index to index the player you want. Not is spectating, then return end. I'm gonna do the same thing here as well. We have to get the player position too, right? Local player pose equals 1. I think it would make more sense to do it like this. So it's to limit the number from 1 to the amount of players. And when the index is more than the player, the modulus will give 0 because the plus 1 thing, it will always be 1. Okay. I think I see where you're getting at with that. So that means I would have to basically put the player position, set that equal to whatever you said there. Player position plus 1. Modulus. Number of players plus 1. It's not exactly like that. It's as you said, it's not exactly like that. And I don't think we would be... Would we be doing it here? I don't think so. It would have to be after we pick the player initially, and then set the player position to something different, right? Isn't that how this works? Yeah, that's the idea, but not sure if it's actually like that. Yeah. If I just did like a simple plus equals 1, we just need to make sure it doesn't go out of bound. Let's see, what was I trying to do? So when we press the right button, we're increasing... Oh yeah, wait, we're not doing it here. No. We are not doing it right there. We're only doing it if it's here. And we basically have to check. I mean, there's an easier way to do this. You could just check if like the player position +1 is going to be out of bounds with the number of players. Essentially. So if we were to... yeah, you can do that. That's also possible. So we press the right button. We say if player position +1 is greater than or equal to the length of players, then we set player position equal to 1. That's the idea. Else, we do that. Wait, it's not... Oh, player position +1 is greater than. Got it. Yeah, because it also has to make it to the final one too. Right. You're right. Yeah, okay. So we have that going. And then now that we've updated that, we're going to get the picked player. I'm just like copying code at this point, but we have to get a working solution first, and then we can think of optimization later. Just like that. I think this is how you do it. Now, the same thing goes here. If player position -1 is less than 1. Yeah. If player position -1 is less than 1, then we're going to say player.position equals the length of players. Else, we're just going to subtract it. So then we do the picked player thing again, we change the subject, and also the spectate frame as well. I think this is it? Yeah, less than 1 or is equal to 0. Either one works. I think this is it, right? Like, let me explain what the code does. So we have a table of players. The player position starts at 1. We press the spectate button, this thing right here. And then it's going to get the players. Well, first of all, it's going to say is spectating equal to true. It's going to pick all the players. Or, yeah, all the players. Then the picked player is going to be player position, which is 1. Then we're going to change the subject of that to be the picked player's humanoid. And then we also update the text frame as well. Else, if this is not the case, then we're going to say we're not spectating anymore, and the subject is just going to be the character's humanoid. So then if we press the right button, this right button right here, we're first going to check if the player is spectating. If they're not, then we're just going to ignore this. So if the player's position reaches anything that's higher than whatever the player's table is, or in terms of its length, then we're just gonna set it equal back to 1. If not, then we're just gonna increase it. And then we're gonna do the exact same thing we did up here. This is essentially the opposite, where we go left and we go backwards. That should essentially be everything. I think we can give it a try. I mean, one little thing I can do is just make this frame visible once I click on it. So we can say spectate frame.visible equals true. And then down here, we can say spectate frame.visible equals false. Just to finish that off. Gonna make the spectate frame false, or no, make it not visible. Okay, let's try it. Button. So right now we're in the perspective of me. Oh, wait, another thing I should do is make the character not be able to move. That's probably another thing. So if we are spectating, then I'm going to say character.humanoid.walkspeed equals 0. And I'm also going to make the jump power also 0. We don't want the player to be able to move while we're spectating. And then, yeah, this here, we're going to say walk speed is 16, jump power is 50, because that's the default. Okay. Spectate frame, spectate button. We're going to say spectate. Almost 3 hours already. That is actually crazy. Scripting is fun, man. I'm just saying. Scripting is just beautiful. Okay, yeah, so right now I'm the only player. So if I were to do a team test of 2 players, I'm just gonna load up a team test really quick. Okay, it's running really slow. Okay. Okay, both of our characters have loaded in. You guys can't see this, I know that. Okay, how do I show you guys this? I'm going to... I'll just change the screen to one of my screens here, if I can even do that. I might just have to show the entire thing temporarily. Yeah, I'll show you guys everything here. Just so that you guys can see, like, the different screens. I'm not going to show too much. But yeah, it's going to look something like this. Oh. Just make it go out a little bit. Leaking everything, clip all that? Nah. Okay. Alright. Alright, chat. Alright, I think you guys can see this. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to hit spectate. It's going to pick whoever the first person in the table is, and then we can hit right, and it's just going to repeatedly do this. And we can do the same thing going backwards as well. If we hit spectate, so let's say I'm at player 1, and then I hit the spectate button, then it's going to return back to my character. Now, you might notice that if I hit spectate, I'm not able to move. I'm trying to move my character and jump, and it's not working. Oh, wait! wait. Oh, my sprinting script. It's still enabled. No, this is not supposed to happen. No, there's not going to be a shift to sprint thing in here, so... Oh, that's funny. Okay, well, if we don't think about there being a shift to sprint script, then this should basically work as expected. But yeah, I think for this tutorial, it would actually be more beneficial to do the spectator thing, but it's a little more complicated to showcase though. That's the issue. Okay, I'm just going to hide that. Okay, let me, clean up everything inside of Studio. We don't want all these clients running. So, this is our script. I know, Isaac, you did mention that there was like an elegant way of writing this using the modulus symbol. It's like a little confusing in my opinion, but this can also work too when you have like the check here. But yeah, I think for the challenge, I'm gonna be doing this. I'm probably gonna be doing this for the challenge. Okay, all right. This stream has almost been running for 3 hours. It's 2 hours and 54 minutes. So we're very close to reaching 3 hours, and I think this is actually a great way to stop. So yeah. Brawl, what's your opinion on the Rio and Archie beef? I mean, I don't even want to think about the Rio and Archie beef. Like, there was beef happening before the Rio and Archie thing happened, like last week while finals week was happening. It was a mouthful to deal with, but I did learn a lot from that experience. But yeah, I don't really have much to say about it, honestly. It happens, you know. There can be conflicts with people in the server, and like Archie, I guess pestering Rio has really showed the real version of himself. So, and like, you know, when I tried to punish him for it, he kind of like threw a hissy fit and he just like left the server. And even when like my team banned him from the server, or no, yeah, and even when he left, he still tried to like fight back using like his bots. And I was like, bro, it really shows like some person's level of immaturity, like especially when you have that much power. So yeah, it's a pretty simple answer. Rio abused his power, and I had to step up and get rid of his powers temporarily, and he did not respond to it well, so he left. And I guess part of that was like Archie doing like N-word baiting, like that was a thing, but in a way, like Archie doing his N-word bait, like rule breaking thing, has showed Rio like what kind of person he was. So what Archie did was technically wrong too, but it actually did kind of help. So there's that. And now Isaac is the admin. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna try to find more people to manage the server. Like we're gonna fill out a mod app, or I'm gonna create a mod application and send it out to everyone later this month. I don't know if it's gonna be before the game jam or after the game jam, but I do want to do it as soon as I can. I definitely think we should have more people managing the server rather than just having like only a handful, like 1 or 2 people. I think it would be beneficial. I do want to have more mods. I do want to have event coordinators who would actually, you know, host events and stuff. Maybe some game nights, I'm not sure. Or like some like scripting competitions that could be fun to do. And yeah, that's kind of it really. Okay. Alright, but we're about to reach the 3-hour mark. I need to spend the rest of today on other things. And pretty soon, this next advanced scripting tutorial episode involving camera manipulation is going to be released. So this is actually the first live scripting session I've ever done. So I actually, like, I wanted to give it a try, and I thought this was actually really fun to do. to just like have you guys be involved with me just preparing and like researching my next scripting topic that I'm going to be talking about. So I think this was actually a win. I think this was actually a really good stream. I think it was pretty successful. It was a really fun one too. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning into the stream, especially some of you who've stayed throughout like basically the entire time. So yeah. But yeah. Wait, this format of stream is kind of cool. Yeah, I think in the future as well. I am going to actually announce my Twitch. I'm gonna tell people to subscribe to my or follow my Twitch so that we can have more viewers be involved with just helping me to learn these concepts, because I think I definitely learned these concepts more effectively when you guys were here to like help me learn some of the things here. So I definitely want to try this again in the future. I want to try it again. But yeah, thanks to you, Isaac, with your amazing paint.net or yeah, MS Paint artistic skills. It'd be $500. In your dreams, buddy pal. All right, guys. I'm gonna be ending the stream here. So thank you all so much for tuning into the stream. I'll be seeing you guys next time. Hopefully when this video comes out. Remember to do the Wickbot thing. Remember to do the Whipbot thing. Yeah. Just like send me a message on Discord if you haven't already about that. So yeah. All right, guys. Take care. I'm off. See you all next time. Peace.